What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about Springbok Rugby. Just wanted to give my opinion on where I see us going in 2018, sorry. We've obviously had big changes, new coach, which is massive news for Springbok Rugby. We have great developing young players that are looking good in the Super Rugby. We have so much to look forward to going forward, and I think with the new coach, new system in place, I think we're going to see some exciting things coming from Springbok Rugby. So let's get to it. Let's start off with the previous couple of years. Now, we haven't had the greatest of years in Springbok Rugby because they've just not been the team that we know. They haven't been the big boys that have been motivated to destroy. They weren't giving much competition in the Rugby Championship. They had their good games, but they also had their shocking pearlers of awful games. End of year tour, nothing to write home about there. Losing to Wales, getting smashed by Ireland. So not many good points to look at. But there are positives. And when I say positives, I mean if we look at the players, we have some upcoming geniuses of the game. And we've got some real talent. Malcolm Marx is a genius, we all know. The Dupree brothers, they are looking good for the Sharks, and I'm excited to see what they can produce. There are some great players in the Bulls. The Lions, obviously, we know, have immense talent there. So it's good to see those guys coming up and into the picture of the Springbok team. Now, under the right management, I think these guys can do wonders. And when I say the right management, Rassie Erasmus, he's got a good experience, a good resume, and he's changed teams and transformed them into winning teams. I've mentioned this in previous video when I chatted about Rassie. He does things that surprises the opponents. He, for example, climbing on the stadium roof, waving different flags or banners or whatever it was, just to show different coaching tactics, which I think is unbelievable, because you've got to be different in order to win games. You can't have the same tactical challenges, the same procedures, the game plans, because the coaches these days, like Joe Schmidt, Steve Hansen, all those, Eddie Jones, all those great coaches have got different ideas, and they will pick up on Springbok Rugby. They will pick up on the ideas, and that's personally what I felt with Alistair Coetzee. They knew his game plan, they knew what he was all about, and that way they could dominate Springbok Rugby and beat us to a pulp. So I think fresh ideas, fresh game plans, and fresh players joining under a new leadership, I think we're going to go far. If we could do a quick recap of the games coming up for Springboks this year, we have the English tour in June. That is going to be one hell of a season. Obviously, we've seen England on the downfall, not having a good Six Nations series, but I'm pretty sure they're going to bounce back. Eddie Jones, there's been talk of him bringing a weaker English side, which is sad because I want to play the best and I want to beat the best if we can beat them. So if that's the case, it could be an interesting tournament, and I think South Africa can definitely prove a point and definitely beat England, because they have the players, they have the coaching staff, they have it in them to go all the way to beat England. It might be a 2-1 victory, it might be a 3-0 club from England's point of view, but that's the beauty of it. It's going to be an exciting tournament that not many of us are quite sure what could happen. If I have to predict now, and I know we've got a long way to go, I could see South Africa winning that tournament 2-1. Just judging on what we saw in England in the Six Nations. Obviously, they're going to bounce back. You can't count or write the English off. So it's going to be a tough tournament, but a damn good one to build up for the Rugby Championship. And that brings me to it. Obviously, we've seen some exciting games, some shockers from last year when the All Blacks clapped us. But I just see something different this year with the Springboks. I think we're going to have a spark. We're going to have good momentum within the game. We're going to show some passion and power. And when we come home, I think we're going to be completely dominant. Or not dominant as in we're going to smash them, but just motivated, pumped, and sure of victory. I think Australia, we will give a good run for the money. Argentina, no doubt. And I say that with a lot of respect. But and New Zealand, I want to see a fight. I want that rivalry between the two teams back. I want to see gees. I want to see momentum, power, passion, determination between the Springboks. And I really feel that they can do that in this year's tournament. It's going to be close. It's going to be neck and neck. But that's what I want. I want neck and neck. I don't want it to be, oh, jeepers, there's New Zealand running away with it again. I want a fight. I want to give the All Blacks a fight, just like they did in that final game against the All Blacks. That was brilliant, and I want to see that again. End of year tour, big exciting games coming up, and obviously they are going to be tough. So overall, a great build-up year for the Springboks, a great year where we can look forward to seeing some exciting rugby. We can look forward to seeing a brilliant warm-up tournaments for the World Cup next year, and that will kickstart to give us an idea of where we see South African rugby. Personally, I'm positive. I think it's going to be an incredible year for Springbok Rugby, and I really think we're going to see them give it their all and give it horns between the two, between Springbok Rugby and all the other nations that we play. A lot of you guys are wanting to see the confidence back. A lot of you wanting to see the power, the rivalry back between these two great teams. And if we can see that, I think, hey, we are in for one hell of a year for Springbok Rugby, and fingers crossed we're just showing improvement. I want improvement this year. If we can go improvement and then double that next year, World Cup, we're dark horses, guys. I know not everyone's going to predict us to win it, but I want the dark horse tag, because if we can at least shock and surprise other teams going forward, we stand a damn good chance of maybe winning. Who knows? Long way to go, but let's get through this year. So that's my thoughts on this year for the Springbok team in the upcoming tournaments. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think we're going to bounce back or not? And Rassie Erasmus, once again, is he the answer to Springbok Rugby? I think he is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below. So much rugby to come this year, and I can't wait to share it with you. As usual, stay safe, never give up. Cheers.